Yo, what is up, ladies and gentlemen? It is your boy, the franchise player, Double B
Yo.
Bad Blood, joined by the mixologist himself, Mr. Chemical Julian, and your boy Shane Huskey, otherwise known as The Ones. Here live on the Roundtable Pro Wrestling Podcast, Friday Night Fights, AEW Rampage, and WWE SmackDown recap. Man, oh man, let's start out with the shit. Before we go into the good
what
shit.
Show.
Before we talk about
before we get into that,
let's talk about Vacant,
my man.
Vacant.
He has returned.
Wins again,
ladies and gentlemen. Let me sum it up for you real quick. Vacant has the most championship reigns of anybody in the WWE.
He does.
Tag team United States Intercontinental World Championships,
unisex champion. Because that dude is now
hardcore 24/7.
I mean, hey,
man, he is now the women's
tag
team champions.
And not only one, he wiped out an entire company without even having to fight.
Man, I can't wait to see Vacant go in the Hall of Fame.
Man, the Hall of Fame.
If Vacant doesn't get that ring, the Hall of Fame ring, it's a sham. It is a sham.
Belt collector, boy.
The real belt collector.
Wait. Hold on. Wasn't technically a Hulk Hogan stripped of his Hall of Fame ring?
Hulk Hogan gets no play on this podcast.
I don't know, but Tammy Sitch maybe.
She might have used hers for bail.
Vacant may have a Hall of Fame ring soon.
She might have used hers for bail, so who knows?
Ouch.
Too soon?
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, the reason why we're talking about Vacant is because this past Monday on Raw, the WWE Women's Tag Team Champions, Sasha Banks and Naomi.
You gotta say it right. In an act of sheer unprofessionalism.
Bury them. Someone get the golden shovel out. Look, oh boys, have a great weekend. By the way,
throwback.
Notifying my proposal for the representation. Wait, hold on 1 second. Hold on 1 second. No reply to my proposal for the representation of mine for your roundtable title match. Listen here. I made my declaration. I said champion versus champion, title versus title.
I shouldn't even have to even face Drew.
Don't be throwing in some non-title contender to challenge for my championship.
I won that main event spot.
I threw down the gauntlet, and here's what's happening.
Who?
The Wiki Crazy podcast is afraid to defend their championship against the roundtable title, so they're throwing out contenders. They're like, listen here, I'm the head of the table.
I'm not afraid of nobody.
Well, you're not, Shane. But what they're saying is that the powers that be, they're so afraid of the franchise. What they're doing is we're going to go ahead and we're going to throw out Barry Horowitz to challenge you for the championship.
Oh, pal.
What do I get as the champion? What do I get?
Pal. Somebody get Alberto out here with the briefcase.
Exactly. Look. Double or nothing. That means 2 titles or nothing.
Titles.
So basically, I'm defending my championship in the hopes of winning nothing.
Nothing.
There's nothing in it for me. It's like a prize fighter fighting for free. So here's what I propose live on the show throwback. Why don't you allow Shane One Belt Husky, the champ, your champ, the man who's representing your brand, your champion, if this was the old Roman days, he would be your gladiator.
That's damn straight.
Allow your gladiator to defend his championship against a worthy champion, not a guy he lost to last time. This ain't the WWE where we keep giving out rematches.
Like, come on, I beat Drew. Like,
Shane, as the champion, who would you rather face? A true champion or a pretender to the throne?
I mean, I would rather face a real champion and become 2-belt Husk. Like, that's my goal.
So, with that being said, Shane, you're your title is disputed. Wow. So I guess the champion doesn't retain the championship on disqualification or a draw.
That's not what I heard.
I mean, the way the rules are stated, I mean, the champion always retains.
That's like saying you don't leave the business on your back.
Right.
Wow.
Wow. If it's a double count out or a disqualification, what happens to the champ? What happens to the champ?
Julian? Apparently, the title is disputed. Apparently.
Man, looks like Vacant may have another title.
Oh, shit.
Wow. Vacant might have another wow. Vacant is holding. Dude, Vacant holds more championships.
Bullshit.
Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. Why is Vacant holding so many titles?
I don't know, man. Vacant is on the roll.
Vacant is
but anyway, but until then, I still have the title with me, so therefore, still champ.
So Shane, are you saying you're gonna buck the system and challenge champion versus champion?
I'm gonna
make the title mean something.
I mean, come on, Throwback.
Elevate the title, if you ask me.
I mean, come on, Throwback. You know that's money. You know that's money, Throwback. Like, come on.
Hey,
yeah, I like definitely would.
If you don't come with a paycheck, I ain't doing it.
I ain't doing it.
Right. If it ain't about dollars, it don't make sense.
Shane don't get out of bed for less than $50,000.
This shit, true.
Hey, Shane said he over here trying to be like the Usos. He want to unify the championships, but
I want to unify the champ. Bring him to both brands. Like, come on.
So, with that being said, Shane and Drew were tied.
Okay. No.
If no, Shane, here, let me clarify this for you. If you, as the champ, and the challenger tied, that's like a double disqualification, right?
Right.
So, does the title get held up in a double disqualification? Does the championship change hands on a double disqualification? Oh, so you retain the title, but you're not the undisputed champion. Oh.
So he's just the champion?
So you're just a paper champion. You're a bitch. Oh. Wow. Oh, wait. I said that word. I guess it means we have to feud.
So when Orndorff and He Who Shall Not Be Named jumped off the cage and their feet touched the ground at the exact same time, He Who Shall Not Be Named was not really the champion?
And not really the winner?
Whew.
I
don't know.
Shane, I guess that means you're the Universal Champion.
Still the champ.
Oh, Shane.
Eastern States Champion?
Well, I think what Throwback is saying is, I think what Throwback is trying to say is, you have to defend your championship against Drew because you're not really the champion. You may hold the belt, but you don't have the prestige as being the champion because you retained your title on a disqualification.
Oh, man. Well, I guess it's time for me to retain my belt yet again.
Wow.
Yeah. So you're saying that if the champion ties with somebody,
then the champion isn't a champ at all. He's just a chump.
Oh.
He's just a dude holding a belt, like a piece of paper. He's like, so basically what it sounds like to me is, Shane, you're not married. You're just a guy who's living in a house with a woman and paying all the bills. Damn. And not having sex.
Damn.
Basically, you're just like a roommate.
Damn, that sucks.
You're not a roommate because you're paying all the bills, so like you own the house.
That means you might as well just go to the bar and be like, we can't go to my place. My roommate's there.
she's got a sock on the door. I can't go.
Yeah. Oh, man.
My roommate don't like me having
that. That's true. Oh.
I can't have friends over to my house right now. My roommate would get mad.
Or I can't be at the house or someone in my roommate's
I can't
room.
be at the house between 8 and 12 every day.
Oh, shit.
Oh, man.
My roommate's having company over. I gotta go.
Hey. If the sock's hanging on the door, Shane, you gotta sleep outside.
Yeah, man.
Oh, shoot.
Oh, man. So, guys, obviously, we're having a better day than Sasha Banks and Naomi because they were stripped of their championship today by the WWE, and now Vacant holds it
indefinitely.
You know, we talked about this on Monday, and I really didn't want to talk about it again today because it's news. Don't get me wrong. The shit happened.
It's really news. Yeah.
It happened, but as a professional wrestler, I'm going to just put this out there in the air. If I'm being treated unfairly, I'm going to go to the booking committee, and I'm gonna be like, yo, this shit isn't cool. Let's figure it out. Now, on the flip side, the stories that have come out and the constant burial by the WWE of their guys on television.
Yep.
Sasha and Naomi have not gone to social media to badmouth the WWE at all.
Nope.
I mean, we know the age of social media, people can say whatever the fuck they want to say.
Correct.
Whatever they want to say. They can make up stories about anything just to get out there. But they haven't said anything. They've been very quiet. Like I follow them extensively just to make. I've been following them ever since this happened to see what will be said.
Nothing.
Now, we have this thing in the business called the brotherhood. The boys always look out for the boys. And when I mean the boys, ladies and gentlemen, I mean the girls too. Like in this industry, it's all unisex. We're all the boys.
Brother and sisterhood, as you say.
We're all the boys. Except in some places, brotherhood really doesn't mean shit.
No.
On one half, you got a lot of wrestlers standing behind Sasha and Naomi. And on the other hand, you got wrestlers like, oh, these fucking divas. Their attitude. Sasha's got this big old ego, and she just convinced Naomi to go along with, like, Naomi's a fucking idiot. Like, she's stupid. She's not stupid. She's a professional athlete. She is a grown woman who knows this business. I mean, her husband recently, as in an hour ago, became the unified world tag team champion.
Yep.
Wow, spoiler.
Spoiler alert. Hey, like Paul Heyman says, it's not a prediction, it's a spoiler.
Spoiler.
So with that being said, she knows the business. So she's not stupid. She's a grown woman. So she didn't just walk in blindly like, oh, okay, Sasha told me to do this. I'm going to do it. Ho, ho, ho. You know, that didn't happen. So I'm really tired of the drama. I'm tired of the BS.
Yeah.
As a professional athlete, I understand. Like when baseball players go on strike and they don't go play, people don't say negative shit like that about them. When football players go on strike, they don't do that. When basketball players go on strike, they don't do that. But because two people walked into an office, put their belts on the table, and said, we're out of here. They didn't say, go fuck yourself, we quit. They didn't say, yeah, well, we're done with this company, goodbye. They didn't go on social media, oh, these guys, blah, blah. They didn't do that. They kindly went in your office. Just like if you're at work. If you're at your 9-to-5 job and you don't like something that's going on at your work and you go into your boss's office and you say, hey, I don't like this, I'm going home. That's basically what happened. So I'm not going to be on a bandwagon because that seems to happen a lot in the industry. I'm going to say this and I'm going to leave it alone at this. Sasha Banks and Naomi, they are professionals. They did what they did, and that's it.
They made their choice and decision.
And they're being professional by not going on social media and blasting the company. And what really upsets me about this whole thing is everyone's praising the WWE for bashing them on TV.
Correct. Yeah.
Like to put a statement out on social media is one thing, but to have your commentators, oh, they were so unprofessional. They were supposed to be in this match, and they walked in here and then just threw the belts down and left. That's childish. What divas? Like, dude, that's like that's like having your employees at work and just punching them in the face and like, ha, you can't do anything about it. And you better not say anything on TV. Like, dude, that's crazy. But, independent contractors and all.
That is true.
I don't know, man. It just makes me sick. The fact that a lot of people are making a race thing.
Yeah, that really got to stop.
As a black athlete in this industry, we always talk about racism in the WWE, racism in professional wrestling. We always talk about that.
Yeah.
And look, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. This shit happens.
Mm-hmm.
It happens. But this wasn't a racial issue.
No, it wasn't.
So I really wish people would stop talking about it being a racial issue because there were two black women that were were tag team champions. And now they're being treated badly by the WWE. Let's stop it. Let's stop it.
Please, let's stop it with that.
Yeah. Like someone just sent me a message right now and said, so they took the high road about not detailing the shit they were dealing with. Exactly. Mm-hmm. They took the high road. They're being professionals. You know what? They're being grown-ups. They're being adults. In this industry, there's a lot of fucking kids, not a lot of adults. So, bravo. Give you a round of applause for that one, being an adult.
So FYI, Sasha and Naomi have been removed from the WWE shop zone.
What?
Yep.
Oh, shit.
I mean, you know what the WWE is going to do now? They're going to freeze their contracts. And
you're not going to go away.
The news is this: Naomi's contract is almost up. She was negotiating. She was renegotiating her contract to be renewed.
You know what they're going to do? They're going to freeze it.
Hell yeah, they don't want to go on AEW.
Correct.
Especially after the show AEW had tonight.
Oh, wait. Didn't literally just said that AEW is not competition, but why are they so afraid of that?
Look, let's just call it what it is. The WWE is falling apart. Stephanie McMahon took a step away from the WWE this morning, and fucking Nick Khan is taking her spot.
And Nick Khan is being like Mr. Burns, like, excellent.
Nick Khan is taking her spot. He knows business, but he doesn't know fucking wrestling.
No, which is why he released everybody.
This is a guy who got rid of 250 people.
Bray Wyatt, bro.
Stars, like Bray Wyatt. Like, this is the guy who got rid of all those people. But you're going to put him in charge of branding? Stephanie is the chief brand officer, and she's also the person that handles all the media, the social networking, the social media. So, dude, that's probably why the Sasha Banks Naomi stuff was put out on social media like it was two people arguing at a local indie company. It is what it is. And it really kills me that the people who do shit like that, the people who go to social media and make up stories and blast people or saying, oh, we're doing it for the business. They're fucking toxic pieces of shit is what they are.
Mm-hmm.
But that's just me.
WWE Network still has them listed as superstars and as tag team champions.
But Vacant is the tag team champion. I've seen the belt on Vacant. Vacant's walking around talking about I'm holding a tournament next week to crown new women's champions. Vacant don't give a shit. Vacant's like, I'm the champ now.
Oh my god, that's a 2K series I gotta make.
Vacant wins all the titles.
Yeah, Vacant wins all the titles.
Vacant hashtag the belt collector.
Yeah.
Jason Thompson said 100% not a work. Jay,
exactly. For people saying that it's not a work, it's not. This is literally not a work because they wouldn't make it
some serious stuff.
Yeah.
So I mean, it is what it is. People are, it is what it is. So let's go ahead and get into this episode of SmackDown because we'll get into Rampage later. We're going to Rampage later, but I will tell you this. Some of the matches on SmackDown tonight made me happy.
Really?
And some of the things could just kiss my ass. Shinsuke Nakamura versus Sami Zayn opened the show.
Kick-ass match.
Sami Zayn. What can I say? I love you, Sami Zayn. Hashtag CON conspiracy.
Yes.
Hashtag fourth member of Bloodline. Just saying.
Hashtag member of the Roundtable Pro Wrestling Podcast crew. He may not even know it, but he is.
He is now. Yep. So Sami Zayn was attempting to uphold the honor of the Bloodline.
He was tried his best.
What are your thoughts on this match, Julian?
Hey man, so number one, it was a good match. Sami and Shinsuke, they're always going to put on a good match. Fully enjoyed it. Sami going for the count out. I don't know why that's his thing, but you know what? A win's a win, so whatever.
Yeah, a win's a win. You can win by any means necessary.
But dude,
what's that chain?
The way the show started, when he was getting hyped up during the Bloodlines promo and everything, I was like, oh man, don't interfere in this match and fuck it up, please, Sami.
Right?
Don't go in the ring and fuck this up. So no shenanigans on Sami's part, and he tried to hold it down for the Bloodline, but he kind of fell short.
Yeah, man. Look, he got the Kinshasa. That's all I mean. The Kinshasa
right to the face.
Here's the thing: so many finishing moves are like crap now, but the Kinshasa is still knocking people out.
Yeah. They're protecting the Kinshasa, man.
I mean, bro, you can take a super power bomb from off the top of the stadium where you are through 145 tables and kick out at the 2, but the Kinshasa is still knocking people out.
Sure
Right.
is.
It's like the buckshot lariat is protected.
Have you been hit with a buckshot lariat?
No, and I don't
Trust
want
me,
to.
getting hit with something like that, I ain't protecting shit. I'm getting knocked out. That's real talk, dude. That's real talk. So Sami Zayn gets defeated by Shinsei Nakamura. I've seen more of Shinsuke now than when he was the Intercontinental Champion.
No shit. He's had more matches in the last 4 weeks.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
when
did
he-
as 8 months as champion. But he doesn't have Rick Boogs with him. You know, that's the difference.
Boobs of Ricks.
And then something that I know that's near and dear to Julian's heart. I know there's a
That
tear in
rat
Julian's eye when this
bastard.
happened. But when Happy Corbin came out with his return to happy time, and he comes out and he does his promo. The fact that he said he had on a $70,000 hat,
Jesus,
and a
That's not
$40,000
$70,000.
shirt,
Uh-huh.
I was like, I seen that hat at Dollar Tree last week. I seen the shirt at Target. I seen the shirt at Target on sale.
he got ripped off.
I seen
Yeah.
that shirt and had a Dollar General. Get out of here.
Somebody saw that fool coming. They were like, "Yo, I got some oceanfront property in Texas. I got some oceanfront property in Idaho that I want to sell you right now.
Yeah, come get that.
Come get that real quick." But they recap him Pillmanizing the neck of poor Madcap Moss. Ladies and gentlemen, for those who don't know, Pillmanizing is when you take a chair and you put it on a person's limb. This time, at this point, they put it on the person's neck.
Yep.
And he took this 300-pound Andre the Giant trophy, which is like a 7'5" trophy, and he just picked it up and dropped it on top of the chair, which closed on the guy's neck. Now, realistically, that should have killed him.
Put him in the hospital.
mean-
in his career.
Yeah.
But he's a
But that was-
madcap. You can't hold down a madcap.
Can't hold down the Madcap.
But the
Yeah,
thing
it's
is,
Madcap, see?
Madcap.
It was full force right on his neck, like legitimately full force. Like, yeah.
Yeah, it was like full force, like with those big
It was,
meat
it was almost as
meat.
bad as a cervical clutch.
Like
Not
when
like-
freaking Negan tried to kill Glenn and Abraham. It was like that.
What, Father Abraham?
Walking Dead.
Oh man.
Walking Dead,
So anyway,
man.
so Madcap goes. So Happy Corbin goes crazy after the comment. After he does the promo, and he starts breaking up the trophy.
Yeah, broke it up and destroyed it.
And the best part of the whole segment was the commentary, because the commentary was like, "What a son of a bitch! I can't believe he's doing these. That's a great Andre the Giant. If Andre was here, he would chop you with his big hand." And I'm like,
I mean, he
"What
will.
the hell?"
He would have, you know. He
Andre's
would
like,
have.
"You got a barrel of beer, a barrel of
What
beer."
you doing in my trophy, eh?
Andre, crush you.
Okay, so here's the deal, ladies and gentlemen. When it comes to Shane Huskey as the Wicked Crazy Pinfalls podcast champion, have a good show, guys. It's going to crash. It's 11:23 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Because my boy is in Boston. I had to be up for work in 100-degree weather. It is fucking hot in Boston. Crazy. It's wicked hot in Boston. In Boston, it's wicked hot, boys. In Boston, it's hot. It's hot. It's hot. Get it? It's hot in Boston. But he'll explain more about the championship debacle is what we're going to call it. The championship debacle. That's what we're going to call it. The podcast championship debacle. Okay, we're going to talk about the debacle tomorrow. Okay.
Boston.
Yeah, in Boston. In Boston. It's wicked over there. So then we go to.
Should I see thunder outside? I might have to like switch back inside a little bit.
Snap. Oh snap! Hey, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It'll be like that for like 5 minutes, and then it'll be perfect again. Because Florida's crazy like that.
Just like Oregon
right now, ladies and gentlemen.
Just passing by, man. Just passing by.
Yeah.
So we go to a backstage promo or backstage recap of Drew Gulak. Drew Gulak talking to Ricochet, the Intercontinental Champion.
And the announcers say that Gulak has had a change in attitude since talking to Ricochet.
Hey, Gulak has had more matches on SmackDown than Ricochet, the Intercontinental Champion.
Right. He's not only. Hey, He's not being Charlotte's bitch anymore. He's being Gunther's bitch.
Yeah. So we're not calling him that on this show. So Drew Gulak is backstage and Ricochet is hyping him up like, dude, you can do it. You can do it. Right? So Ricochet is like, hey man, you know you can do this, right? You're a superstar. You're a great wrestler. You're the man. So Drew Gulak's like, yeah. The next time I see Walter, because I didn't call him Gunther. The next time I see Walter, I'm gonna put him in his place. And he walks around the corner and it's like right there. And Walter beats the ever-loving shit out of him. So we get Ludwig Kaiser, who is introducing Walter.
Is he supposed to be the new male? Is he supposed to be the new male Lana?
Apparently, he's a ravishing German. I don't know what the hell he is. Austrian.
He's a ravishing Russian Kaiser.
So anyway, he brings out Walter, who is facing Drew Gulak tonight. Look. This match was so bad.
Drew Gulak got folded like a cheap suit.
Look, man.
Let's just say
the Tenryu powerbomb. That's all I gotta say. Anybody know who Tenryu is from Japan? He has some sick ass power bombs. I mean, his power bomb rival Big Van Vader. And Tenryu invented this crazy looking power bomb. So Walter uses that power bomb in the shortest match on SmackDown.
My internet is messing up, so I'll be right back.
Okay, so Shane's internet's messing up. What we're gonna do, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna go to a quick commercial break, and we will be right back. Right back.
Professional wrestling is one of the toughest sports going today. If you ever dreamed of being a professional wrestler, then former WWE superstar and World Tag Team Champion Sir Mo of the famed tag team Men on a Mission invites you, yes, you, to join his Bumps and Bruises Academy. Now in 2 locations in Carrollton, Texas and Sherwood, Arkansas. Allow Sir Mo and his head coach, Dante Smiley, and other coaches to get you on the road to an exciting and rewarding career. Classes forming now for your shot. Contact Sir Mo at 704-819-7312 or fill out an information questionnaire now. Don't wait, make your dreams come true today by joining the Bumps and Bruises Pro Wrestling Academy.
Hi, this is James Beard with SWE Fury, and you're watching the Roundtable Pro Wrestling Podcast.
And we are back without Shane, apparently. So yeah, man, it's he totally just murdered Drew Gulak, really, really bad.
Man, poor Drew. He's getting no respect.
He's one of the best wrestlers in the world, honestly. He needs to get some of that respect. Put some respect on Drew Gulak's name, ladies and gentlemen. That's what I'm going to say.
A whole lot of it.
Shout out to Drew Gulak. In one of the stupidest segments ever on this show, this guy has gone from Eli Drake to L.A. Knight
to now
Max Dupree. So Max Dupree introduces himself as the CEO of Maximum Male Models. He's here to scout superstars. Dupree tells Adam Pearce that he was hired by former WWE official Sonya Deville.
Yep.
And it kind of sounded like, well, that's great. You were hired by someone who got fired. Have a good day. So you took a guy who was great on the mic, he's a really decent wrestler. If you give him a good play, like when he was part of Championship Wrestling from Hollywood.
Yes.
When he was part of the NWA, when he was part of Impact Wrestling.
Yeah.
The dude was doing the most. Yeah, dummy. He was doing the most. You bring him up here, you give him a stupid name. And this is another reason why I say the WWE fans get treated like a wet food stamp. We get treated so bad because we're not stupid. We know 2 weeks ago He was in it 3 weeks ago. He was in NXT. That's fucking LA Knight.
Yep.
So, I mean, you bring up Raquel Gonzalez. You change it into Raquel Rodriguez.
Who they actually did something decent with. Can't complain about that.
They can have 10 NXT call-ups and do right by one.
Well,
I mean, the next 2 matches we're going to talk about were total opposites of that. We'll talk about that in a second. But we're going to do this. We're going to bring Shane back in. Shane is back. Let's bring Shane back in.
I'm back.
Welcome back, Shane.
I'm back. I had to switch because Lightning was coming pretty close. Like, yeah.
Hey man, if you got struck once, it's all right. Like no strike twice.
Hey man, I know I got a pacemaker in me, so it's
you blow up. So let me do this, guys. I was asked by someone, who are the guys who are you with on the podcast? So explain to the people who are watching they're watching for the first time who you guys are. Shane.
Well, my name is Shane Huskey, otherwise known as Husky518. I stream on Twitch on Husky_518. Love wrestling and other shit.
And who are you? Like, represent, my boy, represent.
And I'm representing the Roundtable Pro Wrestling Podcast.
But what championship do you hold?
Oh, and the wicked crazy Pitfall champion, who apparently in my title is dispute right now.
You know what's gonna happen? It's gonna be like the Montreal screw job. It's gonna be the double nothing screw job.
Me and you were tied.
Shane, this is what I want you to do. I want you to lay off the Blue Chew for about 2 weeks.
I haven't had Blue Chew in weeks, man.
I want you to get enema. I want you to lube it up real good. And I want you to wait until double or nothing. And then take that enema and clean up your butthole. Because you're about to get no Vaseline.
Oh, man.
Just saying.
Yeah, and no Vaseline.
Julian's going to get hosed.
They call this guy, you're going to get the hose. They call this guy the mixologist. Julian, tell them why you're the mixologist, a professional.
Mixologist. Or the futurist.
Oh,
wait, I'm the futurist because I called Madcap from a mile away.
He did. He so did.
I've been calling just all these future champions, all these great matches. I've just been like maybe a couple pay-per-views ahead of time. So, that's on me. That's how it happens.
What Julian did, ladies and gentlemen, he created a time machine and he went in the future. And like an idiot, I keep telling him, don't touch shit. He stepped on the butterfly, came back, fuck shit up.
And Madcap Boss is like,
my glasses are so strong I can see the future.
Oh man, the future's so bright, he got to wear shades.
That's what I'm saying. Hey,
so
to me, I am just a chemical engineer, and I happen to be a wrestling fan.
Yeah.
Man.
It's nice that we have new audience.
I'll watch it for the fun of it.
You guys are the shit.
Yeah.
And what do we do? I'll be quiet now. What do we do on Monday nights?
We watch 3 hours of Raw, so you don't have to.
And yeah, I lose brain cells by watching Raw. Because
oh my God, that's SC 2.0 right there.
No, that's a horny show. Like, come on.
Shouts to Kid Alliance. So the next match, we talked about your boy LA Knight being Max Dupree now.
Dupree. Say it
okay.
Right.
Can I say something about that? About the whole Dupree thing? Okay, I think they remembered Rene Dupree.
Yep.
And then they were like, shit, we can't name him that because there's already a name. And
he looks like Rene Dupree.
Yeah, he really does, just a little bit. And it's like, well, I guess we came in with Max Dupree and then just call it that. And be like, oh, yeah, that's good shit, pal. Where did I come up with that?
And you know what's funny? He was so close to Adam Pearce talking to him. Like, he was like right here.
Oh, man.
Adam was like,
he was close talking to him. Yeah,
I was like, are you going to like kiss him or what? Like, yeah. He was all up in his face. Grill. He was like, hi, my name is Max. How are you?
Like, if you work at a grocery store and people ask you, like, where's stuff that, they'll do that. They'll stay up in your face.
He was like, can you tell me where the bread is?
I've had customers.
No, I can't.
I've had customers done that to me before, like really all around me. I'm like, get away from me, like, all of you.
Can you see my personal space right here? So speaking of NXT 2.0 call-ups, they do this 1 minute video clip of Raquel Rodriguez, formerly known as Raquel Gonzalez, who was just Raquel Gonzalez 3 weeks ago in NXT.
Because Rodriguez is definitely not a stereotype name. Oh no.
Well, I mean, that's her real name, so I mean,
yeah.
So Raquel Rodriguez comes up, and like they're talking about her facing the new SmackDown Women's Champion, the baddest chick on the planet, Ronda Rousey, right? So she gives Ronda like a run for her money. Like even the match she had with with Raquel Gonzalez, Raquel Rodriguez, was better than the match she had with Charlotte Flair.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
because Charlotte is not sandbagging.
Yeah, well, you mean Raquel's not sandbagging. So, so basically, Shotzi Blackheart was backstage with Aaliyah. Now, Aaliyah, the fastest, like the person with the fastest pinfall record in the history of all of wrestling,
and they forgot about it,
is now an angry little heel girl.
All of a sudden.
So, like, I guess us WWE fans don't remember what happened like 3 weeks ago.
Remember,
so now she's a super heel. And they're arguing about, well, you locked me in a closet. Oh, you locked me in a room so I couldn't get my shot. I'm a grown ass man. You're gonna lock me in a closet? Really? Everyone has a cell phone. Like, I'll just be texting to my you open the closet door.
Yeah, man, I got a cell phone with 5G. What the hell are you thinking about?
5G UC, baby, right here. So it was really stupid in my opinion. But they're arguing about it, and I can't stand Shotzi Blackheart. Like, you know me, I just can't stand her. From indie days, I just can't stand her. But she's like, oh, I want a shot at the champion because if I could beat, if I was out there, I would have beat Ronda Rousey. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
So Shotzi goes out to the ring and she faces Raquel Rodriguez. Raquel Rodriguez beats the piss out of Shotzi Blackheart and gives her that one arm power bomb.
Yep.
And then after the match, you get like Shotzi's. I mean, all the girls in the back are watching the match, saying that she's a one-shot wonder, and then she goes through Shotzi like nothing. So they're giving her the push. They're giving her the Jade Cargill push minus the
rocket.
They just strapped the rocket to her back, and she's going. Now, ladies and gentlemen, what I said earlier about NXT 2.0. NXT 2.0, when they bring someone up from the minor league, the what do you call it? The
developmental.
They bring you up, they give you a stupid gimmick, and they give you a good run for like a week, and then they job you out. They make you
like
lose
Aaliyah
match, make you look stupid.
Yeah,
right?
Like Aaliyah for existence.
And they always fail. Like LA Knight, instead of bringing them up as a wrestler, they brought him up as a
which was supposed to be Adam Cole's role as a manager.
Yeah, exactly. They bring him up as a guy who does commentary. I mean, a guy who does management. He's a management manager. Same thing when they brought up Drew Gulak. Drew Gulak was a former cruiserweight champion, one of the best technical wrestlers in the world. They bring him up just so he can get beat up by Charlotte Flair and other people. They bring up Walter, change his name to Gunther a week after he debuts as Walter.
In the United States when he debuted in.
And WWE fans are supposed to be stupid, and I understand that. So the next match.
It's not that they're stupid. It's just that
the difference with Walter is they changed his name before he left NXT.
Yes.
Which was really dumb.
No. He debuted on Raw, on SmackDown as Walter. His very first match as Walter.
Yeah, but then
a week later they were like, he's Gunther.
Yeah.
But then he was back in NXT as Gunther.
People are like,
and he was there for like 2 or 3 matches.
Yeah, you see what I mean?
Yeah.
It's stupid. So, I mean, I don't know. I can never make heads or tails of the stupidity that happens every week on this show. It just drives me crazy. So what they did was they showed a video clip of the Ridge Holland Sheamus tag team match where
I'm so done with this feud.
Like the New Day versus the Fight Night, whatever they call themselves, Fight Night.
The Three Stooges.
So what happened was they bring up Pete Dunne from NXT. NXT, the longest reigning NXT UK champion in history.
But we're not supposed to remember that.
Yeah, he made history, right? But you're not supposed to remember that. They bring him up and they change his name to Butch.
It was NXT UK. They don't count.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. We can't talk about that or look at
Can't
a race
talk about
stuff.
that.
You already mentioned
itemized
NXT
line.
UK, and now they already
We want
know.
them to keep their jobs.
Nick Khan, don't worry about that. They only make like $5,000
Yeah,
a
we said
century.
anything.
The whole
Nick
group.
Khan's gonna pull Mr. Burns and be going excellent.
Sorry, we said NXT Antarctica. Our bad.
NXT Mexico. Yeah, there we go.
NXT Canada.
Antigua. Yeah. The Antilles. So they bring up they bring up the New Day. They bring up Rich Holland breaking Big E's neck one more time.
Again.
Shout out to Big E. Get well soon, man. Hopefully your neck is healing great. The power of positivity, like I give you all the power of positivity I can muster, my friend.
You know what? In the last podcast, we talked about, as far as storylines go, WWE not reminding you of certain things to push storylines along, like not reminding you about Bianca Belair losing her first match on the main roster to Becky Lynch in the Battle Royal, not reminding you about the historical things that took place. However, this shit right here, every damn week, like you would actually think that Big E is coming back, like
right
in a month, 6 weeks.
No, broken neck. That's gonna take like a year.
And
well, but the way they're hyping him up is like he's going to debut next week.
Yeah, like he's going to do a run-in. Like you would have expected him to do a run-in tonight when the Fight Club jumped Xavier Woods in the entranceway. Or you would think that next week maybe all of New Day is going to come back or something like that. But that is just how much they talk about it.
Well, in the grand scheme of things, they did mention that they were going to bring a big person next week. So we all know Big E ain't coming back next week wearing a goddamn neck brace. Let's hope not. Let's hope not, because if they do some stupid gimmick like they did back in ECW with the Pit Bulls,
or the zombie.
Oh God, we get
Big
zombies
Zeke.
again.
Bring back Ezekiel, the other Ezekiel, Black
Jesus Christ, Black. No. Do not put that out there in the ether. Do not put that out there.
They call him Big Zeke.
Zeke.
No.
Black Zeke?
No. We're gonna stop this shit right now. No.
Ezekiel?
No.
But his name is Ezekiel.
We know they watch this show. So do not put that.
I just call him Jackson.
Hey, have you guys not learned a lesson? Remember the goddamn kiss cam? Remember that? Do you remember the kiss? Shane, do you remember the kiss cam?
I remember the kiss cam.
What did you say? Well, I think they should bring back the kiss cam next week. What the hell, the kiss cam?
Well, they're not gonna give him Omos.
Oh God.
Has there ever been like somebody big associated with New Day?
No.
Huh.
What?
Oh, hey, maybe it's Big Swole.
Really?
No. Maybe it's Johnny Gargano. Who knows?
Maybe they reached out a deal.
It's not Johnny Gargano.
I'm just saying.
Hey man, I didn't want to say
that. Jokers up in here.
Maybe
Johnny Gargano wasn't even in the same state as John freaking Morrison was.
Maybe Shelton Benjamin.
Oh yeah,
he's injured right now. He's injured, but that would be kind of cool if Shelton Benjamin came back. He came back as the gold standard. Just saying, he would fit perfectly. Anyway, so Xavier Woods defeated Butch.
The Big Show. Oh wait,
with a snatching the backwoods. Basically, it's just a small package, the rope of doom.
ROD.
Wait, hold on. Did you say a snatching backwoods?
He called it the snatching the backwoods. That's the name of the finish, was snatching the backwoods. Like
I thought it was just called the backwoods.
He was like, snatch.
He snatched.
Yes, so that's what he was talking about. Yeah, he was snatching that. He was like, snatch that.
So Butch got him some snatch.
It's not 9 o'clock yet, Julian. God damn it.
We're already breaking rules. It's 11 over here, so we're fine.
That was those are Julian's comments. His comments alone did not reflect those of the Roundtable Pro Wrestling Podcast or BySM.net before 9 o'clock.
You got
no demonetization today.
Backwoods.
Damn you.
All right. So
Damn
Xavier
you,
Woods
Julian.
now changed the name of his finisher to Snatch in the Backwoods.
That sounds very wrong.
So
That really does.
So after the match,
That's like, don't pull my hair, pull my. All right.
Or I'm going to snatch that backwoods of you.
I mean,
but-
she really should have a
It's me.
backwoods, but I'm just
Shane,
saying.
if you don't be quiet, I'm gonna snatch your weave.
What weave do I have?
Oh my god. Okay, so anyway, so after the match, Xavier Woods promises to bring an equalizer to help him and Kofi Kingston against a villainous trio.
Cesaro.
Wow. He didn't say neutralizer, he said equalizer.
Yeah.
Cesaro
Oh.
does have heat with Sheamus
that's not
and
Jack.
Rich Holland. Wow, Shane. Wow. I wouldn't have thought that. I mean, Cesaro's chilling making coffee right now. I mean, he's like, fuck it,
Yeah.
I'm over here with these
I
coffee
mean,
beans.
hey, people can work out with deals with the WWE. Look at Cody. You know?
Look at Cody.
Yeah.
Look at Cody. So anyway, then we go to the match that everyone and their mama was waiting for. The WWE Promises match 4 weeks ago.
And we
5
actually
weeks
thought we
ago.
weren't going to get it. There were news reports saying that it wasn't going to happen. It was on the
Dude,
shelf. It's
Everywhere.
taken away.
Everywhere. They were like, it's not going to happen. Vince is going to pull his wool over
And
their eyes again.
It was
Car
given away
subject
for
to
free on
change.
TV.
Right? Hey, look, the boy, your boy doing commentary was like, Pat McAfee was like, this is a match that could have been headlining SummerSlam. It's a match that could headline Hell in a Cell. So I was like, okay, they're going to be one of those matches for SummerSlam or Hell in a Cell. Like I just knew that because the way they were hyping it up. He was like, this is a big premium live event match. And guess what? This is a match that we give away on Sundays, but we're giving it away live here on Friday
For free.
for free. And I was like, well,
What is it,
damn,
Hey,
AEW?
he's
What,
hyping it up.
what time did Rampage air today?
Rampage aired at 5 o'clock.
5 to 6?
4 o'clock. 4 o'clock.
4.
Oh, okay. 45. All right.
4 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, which is stupid because people are still at work. But NBA Finals.
What time zone is good for everybody so that people can watch it?
Well, let's see. If you're on the West
5
Coast,
o'clock.
I would say 6 o'clock.
Yeah.
You guys are home from work. If you get off work at 4:30, 5 o'clock, you're making home by 6. Then you can watch Rampage. It's an hour show. You can ready to go to the club.
1 hour.
You can dollar bills for the to give to the young ladies to pay their college tuition.
You might be a hook over
or
there.
young
Who
men to pay their
knows?
college tuition, whatever your preference is. You're going out. You're gonna get drunk. You're sitting at home drinking a gallon of water, so you can hold your liquor, and you're watching Rampage. It's a 1 hour show, and it's good.
That's why, Shane, I think you're too young for this. But back in the day, on Fridays, 8 o'clock, X-Files. Everybody.
I know some X-Files, but not all
I
of
was
it.
all about Mulder and Scully, boy.
After Mulder and Scully, you up and out.
It was
Okay.
like, now we go hit the club. We didn't have our X-Files on.
Yep.
Then only one game will be shown DVR at. Yep, that is a true statement. But yeah, that's like back in the day when you had Raw, when you had Monday Night Raw and Monday Nitro at the same time. You're flipping channels and shit, going back and forth, commercial breaks. I was like, yo, one of these shows gonna get DVR. I'll just watch one later. So then we go ahead and we go to the big match, the main event, big fight feel. The
Video packages.
undisputed tag team championship of the world. Unification time, baby. And we get it. The Usos, the ones, versus RK Bro.
The two.
420, and I just smoked your ass. Well, it was 520 today, and they got smoked.
Oh, yeah.
Because the winners and new unified world tag team champions, Jimmy and Jay, DUI Usos. Shit, I'm sorry. The Usos.
Wow.
The ones. Now, ladies and gentlemen, the Usos have held the tag team championships longer than any tag team in the WWE.
Yeah.
And the fact that, look, as a professional wrestler, I pulled the curtain back a little bit. I pulled the veil back a little bit earlier when I was talking to you guys. When a champion walks down to the ring carrying the belt and not wearing the belt,
They both held the
he
belts.
he ain't coming back with it. But the Usos was like, nope, we're going to carry our belts to the ring too. We're going to play psychological warfare with these fans.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
This was a good match. The Usos were about to lose. when the Big Oos himself,
Man,
Roman Reigns,
if only if it was Sami Zayn, it would have
He
been.
grabbed main event
should have been
Jay.
Sammy. If it was Sammy, bro,
Should've
I would
been
have
Sami.
super popped.
I would have
I'd have like,
Man.
Shane, give me all your blue chews so I can pop it all right now.
See, I would have asked my dad, like, Dad, I don't take blue chews, but go and give me some blue chews so I could pop some.
Man, I'd have been like, clip, blue chews, pow, gray sweatpants all day.
Great sweatpants.
Who's himself to save the day.
I doubled the sweatpants.
Wow. The Big Oos came and saved the day. And then after Jimmy, main event Jay Uso hit the splash.
With the one,
main event Jimmy Uso, right?
Yep.
Hit the splash, boom. 1, 2, 3. Then they put Riddle outside on the commentator's table.
Yeah.
And he gets up on the top rope and he hits another frog splash from the top rope to the outside through the table.
Splash.
Yeah, the flying Oos.
The flying.
He hit that shit. And
he hit it all day.
Unified Tag Team Champion.
All right.
What was funny was Roman Reigns started beating Riddle's ass. And he said, "Knee me in the face, bitch." And he I was like, is he mad? Like, you mad, bro?
Yeah, he real mad.
Not only that,
big mad.
Did you guys catch in the crowd where there was like a mother and the son, and the mother was just like forcing her child to look at it?
That kid was pissed.
I'm like, what?
That's the best part about
there was one kid in the crowd crying. I was like,
that's the best part about being a professional wrestler, making kids cry.
It was beautiful.
Oh,
Roman Reigns hurt my favorite. Oh no! Anymore.
I can't wait to come back to LA and wrestle for you guys again, Julian, so I can make another kid cry.
Oh man, I gotta come with next time to freaking California.
July 12th, brother. July 12th.
Okay.
Be defending the OIW North American Championship, and I want to make some kid cry.
I'll make some kid cry.
It's not a triple S. I'll make a kid cry. That's how it goes down. Anyway.
Randy Orton took a beating.
Bro. Like, talked him on his face from the outside.
Roman choked him out too.
And he was choking him. He goes, "Talk your shit now. Talk your shit now." Yeah. I was like, Roman is he is doing too much.
So the heels win. Mm-hmm. Kind of hold up the belts for a second, go outside, beat up the baby faces, then come in the ring and celebrate. And that's how you do it.
That's how you do it. You know, there's a show that comes on HBO. It's a very, very funny show. It's called Hacks. It has, you ever watch that show, Designing Women?
Remember that, yeah.
Well, Shane might not know, but some of the older people who are watching the show will understand Designing Women. The blonde from Designing Women, I can't remember, Jean Smart. Jean Smart she's a comedian on the show, and she's like an older comedian, and she's trying to start over again, and she has this young girl who is like a writer who writes these jokes for her to tell on the road, right? Funny show. So there's a guy who's gay on the show, and his mom was like every hood mom in LA. She's like, boy, you gotta let me tell, like, I guess there was like a secret going on, and she was like, you gotta let me call your ex-boyfriend and talk to your ex-boyfriend about this. And this show dropped some AEW versus WWE plot lines. The mom said, okay, so you telling me that I can say something about this, I can DM your boyfriend, your ex-boyfriend, and talk about this if Roman Reigns goes to the AEW. And he said, you know what, Mom? If Roman Reigns goes to AEW, then yes, you can DM my ex-boyfriend. I fucking popped for it, dude. I'm like, mainstream television. It was awesome.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, we done with that conversation now?
What?
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 Who?
What? When?
Hey, Shane.
What?
Mute said hi. Anyway, so we're going to go ahead. We're going to go to we're going to take a quick commercial break, and then we're going to come back, and we're going to talk about AEW Rampage, the hottest hour of professional wrestling in all of sports infotainment. We'll be right back.
Drive me insane! All these rules are lame. want to get your hair cut, you go get your hair cut right. You head down to Big D's Barbershop. Big D's Barbershop, Vancouver, Washington's best and brightest. 1019 Main Street, Vancouver, Washington, where you can go get your hair lined up, cuts, fades, shampoos, conditions, and all the great things that go with supporting a local barbershop in a local business area. You can also reach them online at www.bigdsbarbershop.com. Go get your haircut right.
These are more than just the sounds of a safe place to go after school. These are the sounds of interest being ignited and of mentors making an impact. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we don't do just one thing. We do whatever it takes to meet the needs of every kid who comes through those doors. Because whatever it takes is what it takes to build great futures. Great futures start here.
Okay, before we get into AEW, two more minutes, Shane. 2 more minutes.
Yeah, no scissoring this week.
You can talk about that. 2 more minutes. Yeah, so AEW Rampage was really good. But before we get into that, before we get into AEW Rampage, let's reflect on that video we just saw. Do you know I've seen that Boys and Girls Club video like 1,000 times,
Yeah, I know.
and I've never seen the little boy playing ping pong.
Hey, ping pong is fired.
Huh?
Ping pong is fired.
It is fire, but I just realized the little boy was playing ping pong for the first time. I'm like, okay, well, I learn something new every day.
It's like miniature tennis, but table tennis.
Yeah. Anyway, welcome back to our show, ladies and gentlemen. So we're gonna go ahead and start out AEW Rampage review, recap, and boy, oh boy, did it start out as usual, fire. The House of Black versus Evil Uno, your boy 10, and Fuego del Sol. So we should call that team Hot 11. Fuego, fire.
Hot 11.
I get it.
Ha ha ha! Be there all week. Follow joke. All right. So anyway, this was a pretty good match. Oh man, it was violent. It was violent. Poor Fuego is getting his ass whipped constantly. Shout out to Fuego because he's the one taking all the abuse in this match. It was a pretty solid match.
He's already dead.
Buddy Matthews with that DDT. Wow. It looked like he killed Fuego on the apron, no less, or on the stage. Yeah, it was crazy. He DDT'd him on the stage. I was like, Jesus Christ, that kid is dead.
By God.
But after the beatdown, oh my God, dude. Brody King hits the stiffest Baldo bomb on 10. The biggest guy in the match. Hits the Baldo bomb on 10. Gets the cover. 1, 2, 3. Good match. But at the end of the match, the lights go off and come back on. It's Death Triangle. The triangle has a tombstone.
And what was under the tombstone?
Hocus Pocus?
When they pulled that, no, that was no Hocus Pocus. When they
No
pulled
Hocus Pocus?
the cover off the tombstone, it was a tombstone with a Double or Nothing logo and the name House of Black. So on the pre-show of this pay-per-view, not premium live event, on this pay-per-view, on the pre-show, we're gonna have House of Black versus Death Triangle in a trios match.
Okay.
Which is gonna be pretty freaking sick because all 6 of those guys are freaking amazing.
Are gonna kill it.
They are probably gonna steal the show.
On the buy-in.
They're probably gonna steal the show. But Julia Hart was nowhere to be seen. It would have been awesome if she was like chilling in the dark with her one eye, her Popeye one eye, her pirate eye, watching a video like they do in WWE. If she was watching the video, it'd be all right. But alas, she was not.
No.
But the next matchup had the chairman, Sean Spears.
Sean Spears.
Sorry. I'm thinking of Shane. Sean Spears.
Oh,
Sean Spears had a very special opponent.
Our man.
Big Damo.
Big Damo,
formerly known as Killian Dane of the WWE. And
who also does the one-winged angel, by the way.
Shout out to Big Damo because, bro, a 380-pound dude moving like a cruiserweight.
Yeah.
If AEW does not sign him to a contract, Big Damo was the husband.
They're fine. They're fine on the rosters right now.
Big Damo was the husband of the WWE's resident superhero.
Almost a superhero.
Nikki ASH, almost a superhero. Yeah. But dude, Damo hit this friggin' running crossbody. 380-pound dude hitting a crossbody like a cruiserweight. It was awesome. Shout out to Big Damo. Dude is amazing.
Yes,
WWE was stupid to get rid of this guy.
Not only that, they were stupid to let go Sanity as a whole.
I mean, but this right here, like I would like to see Big Damo versus Samoa Joe.
That'd be good.
Put the Ring of Honor Television Championship on the line. Big Damo, Samoa Joe. Big Damo and Keith Lee.
There you go.
Just two big beefy men.
Just a big beefy
all types of meat. I mean, can you imagine the pulsating and rock hard and
I'm already imagining
just thick and juicy forearms, just slapping each other's meat like that. I mean,
I imagine
Shane's already basking in it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Can you imagine basking in that glory?
Oh, already.
Shane, calm down. Calm down, Shane.
It's just
said you didn't have any blue chew on your trip.
Smell it, inhale it.
Man, it's crazy. But Damo got a huge pop from the crowd.
He did, surprisingly.
Everyone was like, yeah, going crazy. I mean, they remember from NXT. Unlike WWE fans, they actually remember where the person was before.
Oh, yeah.
Somewhere else. Post-match, so Spears hits after getting his ass whooped for a good 10, 15 minutes, Spears hits the C4 for the win. And as
he
C4,
made Sean Spears look pretty good.
He did. As he hits the C4, he goes, Wardlow, and hits the finisher, right? Obviously calling out Wardlow because this coming Wednesday on AEW Dynamite, we're gonna have a steel cage match.
Solid steel cage
match where if the guy can get thrown to the cage and it won't fall down. Wardlow versus Sean Spears. Wardlow wins.
Special
he gets a shot.
Referee.
With MJF. He gets a shot at MJF at Double or Nothing, which AEW already screwed up by putting up the graphic of MJF versus versus Wardlow. So we already know the outcome of that match. Good looking out, Tony Khan.
Tony
Khan. So in a match that I thoroughly enjoyed this match. Red Velvet versus Chris Statlander.
Yeah.
Red Velvet came out with the baddies. Because, I ain't never been with the baddies. She came out with the baddies. And, they did the whole thing. And Statlander came out looking completely like, bro, I'm loving Statlander. Her look.
Formerly known.
She's no longer a stupid alien. Her look, the way she performed, she like, I would love to see Chris Statlander and Jamie Hayter as a tag team. Because Chris Statlander wrestled like that tonight. She was tossing Red Velvet like she was a salad at the Olive Garden. Just toss her like a salad at the Olive Garden, bro. Just ragdolling her, beating her from pillar to post. And Red Velvet wasn't taking it; she was getting some.
She almost had a near fall victory too.
Red Velvet had such a close near fall that I thought it was a 3.
I did too. I was like,
RBL was counted 3. And if you look at the finish of the match, when Statlander hit her with the finisher, Red Velvet kicked out at 2, and Statlander the ref still counted 3. If you go back and watch it, her shoulder popped up at 2, like she popped all the way up, and ref counted to 3. So Statlander wins the match, and as she wins the match, they get jumped. Like all the baddies comes in, they start jumping her. And then Ruby Soho, who is going to face Chris Statlander next week in the semifinals of the Owen Hart Women's Tournament.
Ruby Soho's going to win.
Soho runs to the ring, and she gets beat down. And who comes out to make the save? Sweet little Anna Jay.
Anna Jay.
Who runs into the ring with a chair. I mean, with a crutch that she shoved Mark Sterling down and grabbed the crutch. She runs into the ring, and she runs up to Jade Cargill, who doesn't powder out fast enough. It was the most awkward situation I've ever seen. I mean, it was like Shane trying to scissor a dude. It was just so awkward. So awkward. Just, yeah, it was awkward. But we later find out during a backstage interview that Jade Cargill comes up to your boy Tony Schiavone, of course, and she says, Tony, cut the shit. And she says, so check this out, Anna Jay. You want to come out here and you want to run your mouth and you want to do this and do that? Well, you know what? At the pay-per-view, you versus me, come get this work. So after that, the official graphic popped up. We're going to have Jade Cargill defending the TBS championship against Anna Jay at the pay-per-view.
Anna Jay.
Now, I'm not going to be a dick or anything like this because, I love women's wrestling and I love to support women's wrestling, but Anna Jay versus Jade Cargill on the main roster, on the main show, while you have Death Triangle and the House of Black on the pre-show. I'm sorry, Tony, but this is it's bad booking. It's bad booking.
Hey, they're trying to get people in for the pre-show, hoping they'll just go ahead and click buy.
But there's several matches that are going to be on the show that are going to be pay-per-view quality.
I thought they said that the TBS Women's Champion was going to be on the buy-in as well.
No. So then we go to a backstage promo with Sammy Guevara. Scorpio Sky comes out to the ring with Ethan Page and of course Dan Lambert,
who didn't even speak, by the way.
Yeah, he didn't speak. He didn't say shit.
No.
That shows you that Ethan Page and Sky can do it all themselves.
Right.
They cut a scathing promo. They're like, Ethan Page is doing this thing, and Sky was like, "Cut the shit. Where's my goddamn belt? Where's my belt?" And he went off on Sami. He said, "Sami, you need to bring my belt out here right now, or I'll come back there and I'll take it from you." So, they're about to throw hands.
Yeah.
They, honestly, if someone take my belt, yeah, I'm about to throw hands at you too.
Oh yeah.
So him being the Scorpio Sky being the guy.
I want to try to take one of your belts through my screen over here. Nope, can't do it.
Anyway, that's how I throw hands on this show. So they flash back and they go to like an outside venue, an outside video shoot, and you have Sammy Guevara with the belt with Ty Conti. And Sammy says, oops, almost dropped it, right? And then drops the belt on the ground. And he goes, I would never do anything to disparage his belt. Never. But my friend here will. And he pulls up a sledgehammer. And he goes to break the belt. He hits the belt like 3 or 4 times. All right, we want our match, alluding to Scorpio Sky and Ethan Page versus Frankie Kazarian and Sammy Guevara. So Sammy goes, well, you know what? I'm not done with it. Maybe this guy will. And he gives the sledgehammer to Frankie Kazarian, who's dressed up like someone from fucking what they say it was Reservoir Dogs. Even Christian, even Jericho goes, oh, it's Frankie from Reservoir Dogs, and he says, I'm going to come out here and break this belt, and I'm going to come to the ring and I'm going to break your ass. And he starts breaking the belt, and I'm like, for one, no man should ever tell a man, I'm going to break your ass. I mean, it's like, yo, I'm going to break your ass. That right there does not, no, that's not going to scare me. I mean, if Ben Affleck was like, I'm going to break your ass as Batman, I'd be like, oh shit, okay, sorry, bro. Robert Pattinson said, I'd be like, I'd slap the dust out your face.
Stop it, the vampire.
Yes. What are you going to suck? So then we get to a match that was by far very competitive. I didn't think that this match would be that competitive, but Dante Martin and our boy Matt Sydal, friend of the channel, Matt Sydal, faced off against Moxley and Bryan Danielson. Now let me start this off by saying,
wait. Time for talking is over, Julian.
Shut your goddamn mouth.
Time for the main event.
we always pass that part up. But if you guys have been watching Twitter lately, Shane's gone. If you've been watching Twitter lately, then you'll notice that Renee Paquette, the wife of
Yep.
Jon Moxley, she tweets a lot.
She does.
She has a show online called Oral Sessions, and Oral Sessions,
Yes.
which is going to make this segue even funnier. So she has a show online called Oral Sessions, and she interviews wrestlers and whatnot. And Renee Paquette gets like top tier people because her husband's Jon Moxley, and she's been in the industry for a while too. So she tweets, "I love BBC." Yeah,
Not
and I'm not talking
BCC.
about, ladies and gentlemen, we're not talking about the British Broadcasting Network or channel. She tweets, "I love BBC," and puts a big heart behind it. So naturally, everyone and their mom is like, "Well, Renee Paquette likes big black." It's 9:12, so Renee Paquette likes big black cocks. So everyone's like, "Oh, she does BBC. Oh, she's a
Queen of Spades.
Queen of Spades. Oh, she likes black guys and BBCs, right?" What she was trying to say was she likes the BCC,
Correct.
Oh man.
the Blackpool Combat Club, and
She
it
knew what she was saying.
got so many retweets.
She
And
loves the loss.
it was crazy. It was trending worldwide for like 3 days.
I remember that. That was
Oh
funny.
my god, I was like, that's too much.
She loves the loss.
So tonight we got Jon Moxley and Bryan Danielson, along with William Regal being on commentary. But it was so funny because William Regal was on commentary and Chris Jericho was on commentary.
The Wizard.
And Chris Jericho brought Jake Hager. And he says, "I don't want to get my nose bit off or beat up, blah, blah, blah." And William Regal said, "Hey, Jake Hager, remember when you first started in the other company we were at? Who came to come to you and offer you advice, and who helped you? It wasn't Chris Jericho. It was me, lad. As a matter of fact, I've helped everyone here in this industry." William Regal, straight facts. Straight facts. It was the match was crazy because Moxley and Dante. Look, I talk a lot of shit about Dante Martin.
Dante Martin, man.
But Dante Martin tonight showed up and showed out.
Sure did.
Like, he was not taking any fucks tonight. He gave no fucks. This match was his coming out party. You know what I mean? I mean, it was like everyone says Dante Martin's great. He came out of this thing amazing. And the violence in this match, Danielson and Moxley are just crazy. They beat the piss out of both those guys. Matt Sydal gave them a run for their money. Matt Sydal showed this was a good tag team match.
Hey, they realized we're facing the Blackpool Combat Club. We got to come out here. We got to fight hard. We got to bring a lot of violence.
Yeah.
I mean, bro, they came all right. They came. They were fighting. They were fighting the BBC tonight. They had to come out.
Get the piss beat out of us for no reason,
Exactly.
I mean, when you're fighting the BBC, you got to. I mean, it was just the BBC was beating that ass.
Really beating an ass.
Shout out to Renee Paquette. So after the match is over, the Blackpool Combat Club, not the BBC, defeated Dante Martin and Matt Sydal in a very, very, very hard fought match.
And also
Sydal and Martin, because they did. This wasn't one of those matches where the guys get a few licks in and then the match is over. This match was
they legit
so
fought
close.
hard. Yeah.
So close where Dante Martin damn near pinned Moxley. If it wasn't for Danielson saving Moxley, he would have got pinned. It was, and the one thing I love about AEW, ladies and gentlemen, and I say this every Wednesday night and every Friday night when we talk about AEW, is that this is a company, this is a show that you will never know who's going to win.
True.
You never know who's going to win.
True.
I mean, it's so.
It has happened a couple of times.
On any given Sunday, on any given Wednesday, any given Friday, anyone can win a match. Barry Horowitz can walk into AEW and become world fucking champion. Like, that's how it goes down at AEW. AEW is more sports centric. It's not sports entertainment. So after the match was over, the winners of the match, the Blackpool Combat Club, they're out there celebrating, and all of a sudden, the Jericho Appreciation Society runs in and attacks, beats the piss out of them. and they go off the air like they did on Wednesday with the heels on top. On Wednesday, it was the Elite, the Undisputed Elite, beating the shit out of the faces.
Yeah.
This time, it was the Jericho Appreciation Society beating the shit out of the faces. So this is going to be a very interesting show coming up in the next week on Wednesday, heading into this pay-per-view from Vegas. The first pay-per-view on the West Coast. So it's going to be awesome. But one of the most one of the funniest segment all this week, I'm talking about AEW, I'm talking about fucking WWE, I'm talking about all of it. The funniest segment. Wow, someone just sent me a picture of them watching us in their living room on their TV.
Wow.
Must be on Xfinity.
Must be.
I don't know, but they're watching us. So shout out to them watching us.
Right.
So anyway, the funniest thing, the whole segment was.
So they can see me by doing this?
Well, let's see you scissoring.
They don't want to see that.
Okay.
No one wants to see that. The Anthony Bowens apparently was injured again on the match that happened on Monday Night Elevation.
Poor Anthony Bowens.
Shout out to Anthony Bowens.
Stay off Elevation.
Apparently, there's an injury. So Bowens is out again.
I feel really bad of wrestlers that gets injured all the time. Like, it's so sucks.
Hey, man. Unless you're in the ring doing it, trust me, in the ring doing it, man, I face injury. Like, I wrestle hurt all the time. I'm 30 years in this business. I wrestle hurt all the time.
What was really weird, Max Caster called Billy Gunn Daddy.
So that's what I'm getting at. So the youngest gun, not Colton, but the other one. He goes,
Papa.
He goes, Papa. And he goes, what do we do, Papa? And Billy Gunn shoves him to the side. And Max Caster goes, yes, what are we gonna do, Daddy?
Really did. I love this freaking faction. It's so funny.
It was funny how he said it though, because he was like, so what are we gonna do, Daddy?
Yeah, Daddy, what are we gonna do?
In the sexiest voice he can muster. So what are we gonna do, Daddy?
He really did. It's like, is there something going on?
I was like, did he just do that? So yeah, he pulled the daddy roll out and then he said, well, Max Caster, he goes, listen here, son, to Max. Listen here, son. This is what we're gonna do. We're gonna wish Anthony get really quick get well, because when he comes back, we're gonna have a scissor party. And I was like, yeah.
Oh boy,
this is some shit. But you know what else is some shit? You want to know what else is some shit?
What
else is some shit?
Telling these people where they can watch us every week. Julian.
Oh man, Julian, where?
Oh man, you don't want to watch us on Twitter.
Why would you?
YouTube. You don't want to watch us on Facebook.
Why would you?
You know what? You can watch us 3 times a week if you're in the Portland, Oregon area. And
not Florida?
Not Florida. I'm sorry. You got to catch us online if you're in Florida.
Yeah.
But if you're in the Portland, Oregon area, you can catch us 3 times a week. Mondays at 10 p.m. on channel 22 Xfinity TV, channel 8002 CenturyLink TV, or on Tuesdays at 9:30 p.m. channel 23 Xfinity TV, channel 8003 CenturyLink TV, or finally on Wednesdays, if you miss us on Monday, you miss us on Tuesday, or if you just want to watch us for 3 days in a row, you can also catch us on Wednesday at 9:30 p.m. channel 11 Xfinity TV and CenturyLink TV.
All right. And you know what, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to check out the news and you want to just find out about the rumors and everything going on, you can always go to BodySlam.net. That's www.BodySlam.net for all your wrestling news needs. You know what? If you're just like driving around in your car and you're like, shit, I want to watch these guys, but it's against a lot of watch people when you're driving.
You can't
you can't be watching videos. I mean, I did it one time, Shane. You can't be watching videos. But what you can do, ladies and gentlemen, is you can tune in on Google Podcasts, Apple, Spotify, Pandora, Amazon Music, and for the lovers out there, you can listen to us on iHeartRadio and all these other major podcast platforms. I mean, I checked the analytics the other day. Bangladesh is watching. Who the fuck lives in Bangladesh?
I don't know, man.
Where is Bangladesh? They watching us.
Keep watching. Keep
watching. Keep listening. United Arab Emirates. We're listening to in 96 different countries. It's friggin' crazy.
Wow.
I looked at the listing. I was like, wow, people are watching us in like places I've never even heard of.
People listen to My Sarcastic Ass Attitude all the time?
All the time.
Oh, man.
But I know why people tune in.
Oh, it's
I know
because
why
of
people
me?
tune in, but before we do that, ladies and gentlemen, it is Suicide Prevention Month. It's National Mental Health Awareness Month. So if you're feeling sad, you're feeling lonely, you're feeling down, and you feel like, hey, you know what? I just want to talk to someone because I'm not feeling life right now. You can always call the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline. It's 1-800-273-8255, or you can text GO to 741-741 to reach a trained crisis counselor through the crisis text line, man. It's a global nonprofit organization, and guess what, people? It's fucking free. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, you can call. You can be like, hey, I don't want to tell you my name, but I'm having an issue. Life sucks right now. Can I talk to someone? And someone will be there to listen to you. It's great. It's totally great. But you know what else is great?
What?
You want to know what else is great, Shane?
What?
Julian, you want to know what else is great?
Feeding the ducks.
Feeding the ducks, man. Feeding the ducks.
Eating corn the long way.
So, ladies and gentlemen. God damn it, Shane. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you like watching this show and you want to support the cast of this show, you want to make sure that this website keeps going so we can provide you the rock hard professional wrestling and mostly MMA content. If you want to just be here while Shane pops blue chews all day, it's cool. If you want to donate to bodyslam.net, you can do it easily by going to www.bodyslam.net, or you can go to slamchats.com. That is www.slamchats.com.
Oh, one more time.
One more time?
Yeah.
www.slamchats.com.
Chats.
You know, sometimes, ladies and gentlemen, we talk about gray sweatpants weather and all that cool shit. But it's time. It's time to go. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us here on the Roundtable Pro Wrestling Podcast. For the Twitch channel guy right there, Shane Huskey. For the man always mixing that shit up, the mixologist, Chemical Julian, and for your boy, the franchise. We just bought him some new J's today. Sexy. With that being said, thank you for joining us here, and we will see you when we see you.